We're back live. Don't forget to leave any questions you might have for our speakers in the questions box, and we'll be sure to reply. Next up is Daniel Budai, CEO and founder of Budai Media. Daniel founded Budai Media in 2018, an e-commerce retention marketing agency. Daniel and his team of experts have generated over $30 million for more than 100 clients worldwide, specialize in boosting customer retention for e-commerce brands in Europe and North America. Daniel's passionate about crafting e-commerce strategies and delivering top-notch marketing services and training. Today, Daniel's going to share 10 impactful email marketing principles, covering copywriting, design tactics, and strategy analysis to transform your email marketing approach. We're so glad to have you here, Daniel. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm really glad to be here today.
Well, the stage is all yours. Take it away.
Amazing, thank you. Yeah, hey everyone. So today I will talk about the 10 commandments of email campaigns, unfiltered. And some of them I think sounds very simple, but not, as we know, it's not always easy. What is simple? We audited more than 500 email marketing accounts, especially in e-commerce in the past couple of years. Most of them it's done by me in the team actually, and we found quite many things that we think that could be improved. So let's go through those. What would be the 10 commandments of high converting email campaigns? Thank you for the introduction. Actually, now we are on track to $100 million generated for our clients since the company was launched, and 70% of our experience it's on the US market. So we are US heavy, but we also know very well the German market, the UK market, the Hungarian market where I am from. And also I would add as a note that our main email tool is Klaviyo. That's the one that we are the most familiar with. But besides, I think we can say we tried more than a dozen different email software tools in the past couple of years. So before we jump into this, I just want to make a clear differentiation. What is an email campaign that I will talk about today? So the email campaigns are the ones which are sent manually, and you send this to a segment of people. I know different email tools, they use different terminology, so they call it a broadcast email or maybe a newsletter, but that's the one I will focus on today. I will not talk about flows or automations, which are typically triggered by a certain action on the website, like an abandoned cart flow or a pop-up subscription flow, new customer flow. So today I won't touch these, and I will focus on campaigns. One more side note, we can see this as a pattern that if you start a new business, then typically automations, they generate more revenue and better ROI at the beginning. But once you have a larger email list size, then actually campaigns, they overtake flows and they generate more revenue. So if you have a mature business with hundreds of thousands of subscribers or millions, then campaigns will usually generate much more revenue than automations. So that being said, I will start with the first one. So again, this is something I think simple, but not always easy, or many companies, they don't do this. Maybe there is a lack of time or resources or people. There is some reason, but definitely make sure that your team has an actual plan of your campaigns, like a campaign calendar in something like a Google Sheet or Airtable, and you add the most relevant information so your whole team is literally on the same page about this. So what we add, I will share a simple example. So we typically add the date of the email campaign when we send out the campaign, and we also add what type of campaign this is. So if this is a sales campaign or something to build trust, or it's more like a content email and its purpose it's not sales primarily. And then we also add what segment we will send the email to. I think that's super important. if we use any discount. This brand doesn't really use discounts, as you can see. Also what A/B test we run. So all the major information. You can also add what product you promote in this email campaign. So make sure you have this for email campaigns. But I think if you have a well-oiled marketing team, then you can have this across all marketing channels, basically. Number 2 would be segment your list properly. So here's an example. Unfortunately, I can see this still too many times, that the brand, the business doesn't really segment their list. I really think it's because of lack of time and resources. So they just send it to all active subscribers, and it's not a miracle. Then the open rate is so low, 8, 9, 10%. You want to have at least 25-30% of open rate, and to achieve that, you want to send the right message to the right people. So segmentation is really important. I can see that many brand owners and marketers, they think that if they send to a large number of people, to a big segment, then the revenue will be higher. Actually, it's really far from the truth. I can see brands making great revenue numbers with even 1, 2, 3, 5,000 highly engaged VIP subscribers. And I can see brands with 50, 100,000 subscribers where the quality is low, they are unengaged, and it barely makes any revenue, which is quite unfortunate. So I really like this phrase, you need only 1,000 true fans. And I think for segmentation, email marketing, it's especially true. So what segmentation we use the most, you may ask now. So first one is location. I think it's especially relevant in Europe, where we have many countries, many businesses, they sell in multiple countries. You can see this screenshot here. So this business sells in Germany, France, UK. So we simply segment based on location. Even if the language is the same, I think it's worth to segment them based on location. Number 2 would be purchase history. So what products they purchased in the past. And based on that, we can upsell different products. And the third is my favorite, so engagement level. You can see this in the screenshot. We use engaged last 30 days, engaged last 60 days. Basically, we find those people who opened an email at least once in the past 30 days or 60 days, and we send more emails to them. They receive more emails because they are more engaged in general. Number 3, mix up content and sales. So here's this guy, and I guess nobody wants to look like him. I put this guy here because to be honest, we get a lot of requests, not a lot of, but some requests when the business owner or some marketing manager, they want to get started with email campaigns, and they think that if we just send campaigns with a high frequency, it will make a ton of sales. That's not the case. Actually, you really want to warm up your list. You want people, your subscribers, to get used to get your email campaigns. And also, you don't just want to send sales and promotion all the time, because you will burn out your list really fast. So I would recommend to get started with a 50-50% of content and sales, and then you can test out which works better. I think in many cases you will be surprised how much revenue a content email can generate. For many brands, it's much more than a sales email, interestingly, because it engages people just much better. So start with a 50-50, and you can experiment from there. I know it's a problem, creative fatigue, and coming up with ideas what to send as content emails. So here are a few ideas. One of them is just simply sending some niche relevant jokes. You would be surprised how well they can work. You can also send news updates. You can send videos in your emails. You cannot send a video, but you can attach the link to the video to YouTube or to your website, and you can take people to watch the video. You can add the thumbnail. Thumbnails usually have a great click-through rate in emails. You can also send a survey. One of my favorite examples when we send a survey to the subscribers, to the best subscribers. We ask their opinion about the products, and we collect the best positive reviews. And the next day, in a different email campaign, we send those best reviews to the least engaged subscribers. And many of them, they will get engaged again, and they will even buy from that email. So there are many ideas. You can also use something like BuzzSumo, Google Alert, and you will get a lot of great content ideas. Number 4, so I already mentioned this quickly, that you can segment your list based on purchase history. So here's the simple logic. If somebody buys product A, then they usually buy product B as well. You want to find these pairs of products, and those combinations which are keep getting repeated the most by your customers. So here's a great tool that I recommend. We use Triple Whale with Shopify stores, but there are other tools as well. In Triple Whale, this is called Product Journey, and basically, I hope you can see this. It's a bit small fonts, but so here's this product called Top Knot Ponytail Holder of this Shopify store, and typically people, they buy the product again as their second purchase, or they buy another product called the Naomi Ponytail, or the third most popular is called the Lulu 2 Strand. So you want to find these most common pairs of products. If somebody buys this product, then most likely the next product will be this one or this one or this one. So the top 3 second purchase, let's say. And then you want to segment out those people who purchase this first product, and then you want to promote these 3 second products to those people. So that's how you can maximize your chance to get the second purchase in these campaign emails. Number 5 would be consider using RFM segmentation. So this is a bit more advanced. RFM stands for recency, frequency, and monetary. Here I would recommend OmniConvert as a tool that we regularly use for this. And basically here, so for these 3 factors, we use a rating. The software uses a rating from 1 to 5. 5 is the best. And based on this, it creates different categories. So here's an example. It's called Soulmates, and they have 5 for recency, 5 for frequency, and 5 for monetary. So Soulmates are your best customers, basically. But there are many other categories as well. And then you can use these segments with your email software. You can connect it with your email tool, just like we did this here with Klaviyo, and we can use different emails to these segments. So for example, these guys, they got Monday jokes every Monday, while these not to miss segment, they get promotional emails. So that's a big difference what they receive. I would recommend this approach only if you have a larger list, so 50, 100,000 subscribers or more. I think with a smaller list size, something like an engagement-based segmentation makes more sense. So number 6, actually, many times we try to push products through emails which are not the best sellers, something new or something that is less popular. But in 95% of the cases, it doesn't work out. So I think here there is nothing new under the sun. Really, we just want to push the main best-selling products in the marketing emails. You can check this in your Google Analytics, any analytical tool that you use to find your bestsellers, and I would use those in your promotional emails. So focus on your best-selling products in your email campaigns. Number 7, so consider running a sales event once a month, even there is nothing to celebrate. So this is a big one, and I think these email campaigns generate the most revenue for our clients. So every month you want to have a sales event, and in Q4 it's easy because we have Halloween, we have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year's Eve, all of these events. But in some months, it's more difficult. Like in June, I think we only had Father's Day in the US. So some months are just difficult. But in that case, you can actually come up with your own holidays and you can make it niche specific. So for example, we have a pet store in the US. We just came up with International Dog Day or Dog's Day. And simply we just made up this holiday and we sent promotional emails around this event. To be honest, it's not really about the name of the holiday or the event. It's just that people, they usually need an excuse to buy from you. So it's just really about it. You want to come up with something every month to run a promotional event. You can find online resources. There are many holidays really and different days, as you can see. So yeah, there are many ideas that you can come up with. So I want to show you the structure of this sales event. In general, as I said earlier, you want to start with 50% content emails and sales emails. So in our experience, instead of running one content email, one sales, one content, one sales, instead it's better to group them. So you want to have one big sales event every month, and you send 3, 4, 5 sales emails as a sequence of campaigns every day. And the other campaigns, they can be content emails followed by each other. So you want to group them together. I would send sales emails in 4 or 5 days together, while the other emails, they can be content. So people, your subscribers, they really get used to this cadence, and that gives a nice rhythm to your email campaigns. So here's an example. This is a sunglasses brand based in the US, and this was their first grand opener email for their Black Friday promotion. It generated almost $30,000. And honestly, the engagement rate is not even that good. So 21% open rate, click-through is almost 4%, and this is the generated revenue. And this is the email itself, so nothing very complex, I would say. With sales emails, you don't want to overcomplicate it. You just want to have a hero image. You want to add the main message that we open the Black Friday event. If you want, you can give them an incentive, can be a coupon code or something else, and a big call to action button. So sales emails are usually very straightforward. But this is the overall strategy, and feel free to screenshot this or steal this. We use this for many years, and this is what has been working for us. So we send all of these campaigns across 4 or 5 days, maybe 7, 8 days. It's something major like Black Friday. The very first campaign is just a pre-announcement. So this is a genuine announcement email. We don't add a link, we don't give away any discount. We just tell people that tomorrow something big is happening. We will open our big promotional event, Halloween or Black Friday or International Dogs Day, whatever. And this is usually sent to the whole list. So people, they get aware. The second email, so this usually goes out on the following day, grand opening. So this is where we give them the incentive. You can also send out a SMS campaign. This is also sent out to your whole list, and this typically generates the most revenue for businesses. And then in the next couple of days, you can send regular reminders, one a day. If you have a well-engaged list, then even more than that. And as we get closer to this holiday event in the last 1 or 2 days, you can send urgency email campaigns. We really like plain text emails, and also you can send SMS campaigns at this point. Somehow SMS and plain text, it just gives people a good sense of urgency. I think it seems very more intimate, let's say, than sending something with a lot of images and which looks more like a promotion. So we really like plain text, and I would definitely try this basically with every brand at least a couple times to see how this works. So urgency emails, that's how we close this whole event. And the last thing here is sales event extension. So if you want, optionally, you can decide to extend your holiday event. You can tell people that we decided to extend this sales promo by 24 hours. However, I wouldn't overuse this because this is how you can lose your reputation, let's say. It can devalue your brand if you don't keep your promise about the deadline of the promotional event. So I wouldn't overuse this for sure. Number 8, so really consider the tone of voice for your audience. And I think the number one thing here is you need to decide if your audience is more prone to buy because of your visuals or because of your powerful copywriting skills. So I can typically see that products with nice packaging and beauty products, they usually sell, or fashion items, they typically sell because of great visuals, imagery, while products which are higher average order value, or where the buying decision it's more logical, let's say, like an automotive let's say product or item, then obviously it's more about the specifics of the product and your copywriting skills. So that's something that you need to decide, and in your email marketing, I think you should focus on that. So I want to help you here a bit how to consider your copywriting. I know as a business owner or even as a marketer, it's just not easy to describe the ideal tone of voice and the ideal design what you need to use. So if you want to cooperate with an agency or with your team, that's super important to be able to describe your right tone of voice and design properly. And this one is my favorite, this first one. So basically, you want to ask yourself, how would you describe the tone you are aiming for? And then here are pairs of words, basically, and you have to underline only one of them. So you have to ask yourself, the right tone of voice, is it casual or formal? Let's say it's more casual. Okay. Is it more youthful or more mature? Okay, it's more youthful. These are young people. Is it more humorous or more serious? Okay, it's more humorous. And then you go through each, you just underline one of them, and by the end of this exercise, you will have the right approach. You will have the right description of your ideal tone of voice that you can use. You can also look into your existing content, what keywords you rank for, your paid ads, what works there, and this can also help your copywriter, and it can help your team what is the right tone of voice for your audience. So this would be copywriting. And when it comes to design, so yeah, obviously you need to use your logo and the basic things, but we always ask for all the design assets that you already have. So product imagery. Nowadays we can actually even use AI tools for images. We can use them in emails, and in many cases they work really well as email creatives. And also I would highly recommend that everyone should have a brand guideline with your font types, with your colors, main design elements, all of that. So number 9, check your engagement metrics per email provider. So this is something very recent, and this just became really important recently. Why is that? So one of them is that since February, Gmail and Yahoo, they changed their spam policies, and now they just became much stricter when it comes to spamming. So actually, I could see that with many cold email companies and people, businesses who run cold email campaigns, that their open rates dropped. So it's something that I can really see now in practice. If you don't send to a warm list of subscribers, now everything is just more difficult. So that's something to be aware of. But the other thing is technology just improved, and email platforms, they improved, just like Klaviyo or MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. And now you can actually track the different engagement KPIs of your emails across different email providers. So here's an example in this screenshot. This shows you the open rate with green, and the other column is your click rate, is the click rate of this account. And you can see how it's different for Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, iCloud, and all of those. So now we can really track that. For example, we can see that Hotmail has a lower open rate than Gmail or Yahoo and all of the others. And we can also track the negative engagement KPIs. So this first one is the bounce rate. That's super high for Hotmail in this example. The unsubscribe rate is the green one. That's high for Gmail and AOL. And you can also see the spam complaint rate. So now we can track all of these. And yeah, it's just super important to track it regularly. In general, we can see that Gmail is the most important for most businesses. They have majority of the market share nowadays. And also we can see that typically Hotmail is the one with the most problems, just like here in these screenshots. So high bounce rate, low open rate, and yeah, Hotmail is just really a tricky one nowadays. So if we measure this and we can see these differences, let's say we have a problem with Hotmail. What can we do to fix this issue? So this is how we usually manage this. We segment the whole email list based on their engagement. So we use this example that I shared before, engage 15, engage 30. And on a different layer, we also segment subscribers based on if they use Hotmail or something else. And based on these conditions, we create 4 different segments, as you can see, and we email them differently. So in this example, if we have an issue with Hotmail, then we would keep sending the normal email campaigns to the not Hotmail users, while for Hotmail users, we would only send to engage 15 for a while, for a couple of weeks, and I wouldn't send sales emails to this segment, only engagement building and content emails. And once the numbers get better for this Hotmail segment, we can extend our sending, and we can send to engage 30, and by the end we can merge the Hotmail and not Hotmail users again. So that's how we fix this problem. And finally, number 10, so sticking to deliverability, use a third-party tool to track your deliverability. So nowadays, these email software tools like Klaviyo, MailChimp, all of these, they still don't show you how many emails go into spam. And we use something like Mail Monitor or Glock app. My favorite is Glock app. And you can see an example here in the screenshot, how it shows you the results. So how this really works, basically Glock provides you a small email list. It's called seed list. And these email addresses are owned by them. And you can upload this to your email too, and you can send them one of your regular email campaigns with a small snippet which does the tracking. And once you send it, then this app will show you how many emails goes into spam or into the promo tab of Gmail or into the inbox. And as you can see here in the screenshot, it shows you across different email providers. So for example, here, AOL and Gmail, it's all in inbox or in promo tab. But for Outlook, it's 100% spam. So there is an issue with Outlook that we need to fix. And same with Hotmail, 100% spam. So again, Hotmail has a problem here and we need to solve this issue. So this is how it works. And one more thing maybe about this. So actually based on your location and where your business operates, you can pick the right location, the right region, and the email platforms which are tracked here that really represents the market of that region. So for example, for this brand, we picked US Popular. So it really reflects the market share of Yahoo, Outlook, Gmail, Hotmail in the US B2C market. But if you want, you can pick Poland, you can pick Germany, France, UK, all of that. And you can see these numbers in those regions, how it looks like. So just to sum it up quickly, create an actual plan in Google Sheets so your whole team will be on the same page. Segment your list properly. My number one advice is engagement-based segmentation to start with. Mix up content and sales. You can start with 50-50, and then as you see the first results, you can iterate. I think many of you will be surprised how well content emails can actually work. Think about your next upsell, segment accordingly, and you can install a tool like Triple Whale to see these flow charts. If somebody buys product A, what's the next product that they usually buy as the second purchase? Consider using a recency frequency monetary segmentation, especially if your list is larger. Focus on your best-selling products in your sales campaigns. Run a sales event once a month, and feel free to steal the sequence of campaigns that I shared with you. Truly consider the tone of voice for your audience. If your emails should focus more on design or copy to sell your products. Number 9, check your engagement metrics per email provider. You can use Klaviyo for this. And once you have this data, you can fix issues with the email providers where there is an issue. And the last one is use a third-party tool to track your deliverability. My recommendation would be Glock app here. So now you may ask, okay, where to start now? And my answer is very simple. Create the actual plan in Google Sheets. Always plan and set your objective. And once you have it, then you can get started with the rest of them. And my last slide. So I want to help everyone to get started. Actually, I created a small guide with our top 100 email templates that you can freely download. You can use this QR code to download it. In the past 5 years, we sent out more than 500 million emails on behalf of our clients, and we collected the top 100 templates. So feel free to use those. And thank you for everyone's attention today.
Thank you, Daniel. That was fantastic. Really appreciated the specific and actionable tips. I think we all learned something that we can implement, immediately in our business today. We do have quite a few questions. The first one is, what can we do to increase deliverability rates if we see there's a problem?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great question. So I would go back to, I think it was number 9. So if you can see that this inbox rate issue happens only with one email platform or maybe 2, and actually in most cases that's the case. So it's very rare that you have a deliverability issue across all email providers, Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, all of that. It's typically 1 or 2 of them where there is an issue. So first you want to find this problem, find this platform where there is an issue. Klaviyo will show this to you and most of the email platforms. And once you have it, then use the strategy that I mentioned. So you want to segment out those people who use that platform where there is an issue. So let's say if it's Hotmail, then you want to segment out those people. And for a couple of weeks, you want to send fewer emails to them and only to the most engaged subscribers who use Hotmail. And once you start doing this, then we expect that the engagement will get better with the problematic email platform. And once it gets better, then basically you solve the problem and you don't have a problem anymore with the inbox rate of that platform.
Great, thank you. Another question is, how much does a tool such as Glock app cost to use?
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, it's around $50 a month or 50 euros. So it's definitely below $100 per month. And I think, compared to the value it delivers, then it's a great choice.
Great, yes, that is affordable, and I guess you could use it periodically as well. It's not like you would need to use it for years and years. You could do ad hoc testing for a quarter or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Another question is coming from B2B. So someone's saying, our product is B2B. Should we still do 50% mix of promos and content?
Yeah, great question. So I don't know what's the product that you sell, but and the price of it, but in B2B, I would do even more content. So I think that works the best. I would push actually more promo emails if you are in B2C with a low price item. I think there you can send more promo emails. But if you are in B2B, especially if it's more high ticket, then I would focus more on content than normal. In my newsletter, actually, we have only one sales email per month, and everything else is just content.
Right, yeah, that makes sense for sure. Another question about the performance of SMS campaigns compared to email. How are you finding them? They compare?
Yeah, that's a great question. So SMS, just a couple of weeks ago, we collected all the data across our client portfolio, and what we found is that SMS automations, they have an amazing ROI. So it's 10, 20, 30x ROI SMS automation. So I would definitely set this up if I had an e-commerce business. But campaigns, it's something really different. So if somebody doesn't have a minimum of 10,000 SMS subscribers, then the ROI is not that great. So I would start with automations. I would make sure that I get subscribers, they are coming in. And once you achieve 10,000 subscribers, you can send campaigns. And there you can see a good ROI. That's what this study found in our portfolio.
Yes. The next question, do you have any tips for email campaigns to reactivate dormant subscribers?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there is an automation for that. I'm a big fan of that. It's called win-back automation. Everyone can use it. It gets triggered if somebody is unengaged for a certain period of time. I would definitely use it. I think simply it's just a better option to re-engage them, this automation, than sending campaigns. Campaigns need a bit more, planning, and yeah, honestly, I think an automation is better for this than a campaign. Yeah.
An automation. And can you give an example of the type of message that might be in there?
Yeah, definitely. So we usually keep it short in a win-back automation because just two emails in most cases, because let's be honest, they are unengaged, so most of them they will churn in the end. It's a low percentage who will open the emails and buy. So if you send too many emails to them, actually it will decrease your inbox rate. So you have to be aware of it. We typically send two emails, and most e-commerce brand, they just give a heavy discount, and they just hope for the best. It's really hard to get their attention once they are unengaged. Maybe I would give here. I would give you one more idea, which is if you don't want to send a discount and go using heavy discounting. You can collect your best customer reviews, and you can put them into one email, and you can send that to your unengaged subscribers. And in the reviews, in those positive reviews, you can link the products that are mentioned. And people are stalkers, so they will open the links in the reviews, and they will buy those products. So that's just an example of a content email which can actually win back your unengaged subscribers. So that's an idea that you can use without using any discount in your win back email.
That's an excellent idea. Thanks so much. Well, that was very insightful, Daniel. Thank you. We'll take a short break.